we're back with the IBJJF Podcast. My guest today is Thalison Soares. Thalison is a world champion, Pan champion, European champion, world Nogi champion, and he's going to be competing in the upcoming Brasileiros in just a few weeks. Thalison, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, but thank you. Thank you for having me one more time. Happy to be here. Talk to you again.
Yeah, last time we talked, it was right after you won your world title, right around June 2022. I think it was mid-June we caught up, talked about that title, how much it meant to you. So I figured we'd pick up kind of right where we left off. Let's start with 2023 because that was a big year for you too. You were coming off your world title. You won the Europeans. You had a 100% submission rate. You were going into the world's final with maintaining that 100% submission rate. And then you faced Lucas Pinheiro, a super tough athlete. Let me just hear your thoughts on your run into that final and then how you felt going into it against such a tough opponent like Lucas.
Yeah, 2023 was a roller coaster of emotions for me there. I felt good through the whole year long. Like training, had no injuries. I was training well. It was showing up in the competitions. Like I had a good run the Europeans, but like mentally it was very, very challenging for me. I guess I did hit that point after winning World 2022. There was like okay, what is next? I think most athletes go through that. I was going through that stage where I wasn't sure what would be my next steps. I basically did play my life until as a world champion. Then didn't know what to do after that. More in the sense, okay, what do I like? Gonna keep trying win more titles, or what is the next step of my career? Things like that. So that made some ups and downs on my life. I would not even say my career, but then I kept myself training, kept myself working hard, kept the discipline. So then I won the Europeans. I did very, very well there. Did submit everyone, like it's a good performance. Then going through Worlds, did submit everyone up to the finals as well. And then lost to Lucas, like a very close match. Yeah, he was superior to me. I did not manage to find my game through the fight. He did manage to keep the edge of the fight. And I did not manage to bounce back from it. Very, very interesting because the year before, 2022, I felt like personally there was one of my worst performances. And then I won Worlds, and the year after it was like one of my best performances ever, and I lost it. I was like, come on, where's the balance on it? Where's the what does make sense, So keen to see what's gonna happen this year. Hopefully I can find the middle.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were really looking forward to that final with Lucas because he was coming off a Brasileiros performance.
Yeah.
3 submissions. He looked really good during that time, and you guys hadn't fought at black belt yet, so I think stylistically too.
Yeah.
Everyone knows you as like an amazing guard player, and people know Lucas for his amazing top pressure and his passing. So what were some of the takeaways from that match? I know it was very, very close, came down to the wire, but what did you learn from that match to make you a better athlete?
Overall, just control more the match. I think from the start, he had the edge of the fight. He was controlling. I was kind of catch up all the time and kind of falling behind on the strategy, and then did not manage to go through and then get the edge of the fight. So I think that's what he did better than me. He did control the fight way better than I did. So from the start, he did get the controlling grips, so he was always a bit ahead of me. Even the gap wasn't much different, wasn't like he did not beat me bad, but he always had the edge on the fight, So then after that, that's what I've been working through, and not only trying to be ahead in the fight, but also like how to regain, even if you're behind, how can I find my way through to be leading the fight. Even let's say if I don't have the 10 minutes anymore, if I have 5 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever time frame I have, just trying to regain the control and the being ahead of the fight.
Yeah, it seems like you learned quite a bit from that match because this year you've looked incredible. Won the Europeans, 3 fights, 3 victories. Won the Pans, 3 fights, 3 victories. So I wanted to talk about your European final because I know you fought Jonas Andrade, who was a longtime teammate of yours, no longer a teammate, but someone that you've probably trained with quite a bit, and you knew his game, he knew your game. So can you talk about your mindset going into that match and just what it's like to fight someone that you've trained with a lot.
In that sense of having to fight a friend was very hard, but I think I was mostly exciting about it, mostly like happy about it as well, because that's what we dream about, like back in when we young, like 15, 16, like a juvenile. That's what we wanted to do. We want to be doing black belt finals, the major competition, and then that was me and him doing it. Even that we had to do against each other, that was our dream, and it would happen. And I would be, even if I lost, I would be happy for him as well. But end up there, I won. So yeah, but I think. And it's good as well. I think that the sport are changing quite a lot at the moment, and people are looking for the fights. Before, we used to have a lot of like close out in the sport. It was more like a normal thing, and then the fans started like pushing on it, and then made like a wake up call to basically the whole community about it, right? So then I spoke to him, like I said, I don't think anything will change in our relationship. Winning or losing, our friendship will be the same. Like after this all over, our friendship is still gonna be the same, and it'll be good. Gonna have some history to talk about when we older. So we did not have any drama on that, other than like I had to go through it. But after it was all fine.
Yeah, it was a great fight, and that led you into the Pans. Had 3 more fights at the Pans, 3 victories via points. I want to talk about one of the best moments of the Pans for you when you hit a really cool throw in the semifinal. I think that was something put a smile on a lot of the fans' faces. I saw you make eye contact with your Professor Guy. You guys are kind of laughing about it or smiling about it. So tell me about that movement and just why you ended up doing that and how that came into play in that match.
I guess I'm just like in a very good like state of mind now. Like I'm just trying to find a very flow through my jiu-jitsu, just trying to progress it overall, and keep trying different things. As you can see in the few last competition, I've been doing basically just passing most of it, so that's what I've been working to progress. So, and then of course trying to work on my takedowns was I also kind of pointless to work on, because no one in the division did do it, so I was going to progress on something that I wasn't going to use. But today I just want to progress on my jiu-jitsu overall. I want to be good at jiu-jitsu as a one. And then I've been working on my takedowns, and I saw the opportunity to do it, and then that was it. And I guess that's what did help me a lot. And I was even joking with some friends the other day. It's like the kids class, because like that's what I teach the kids. Like I guess you're trying to, for your students, you're trying to get a better version of you. So that's something that I did not work through growing up or through my career, and now I want them to be good at. Or I have at least have a good understanding about takedown and everything. So that forced me to progress on it as well. And then that's it. I saw the opportunity, and then I hit it. That's why it was fun for me as well to be able to do it.
Yeah, really fun moment in the tournament. And what you just said kind of caught my attention too, because you said you worked mostly passing this year, or I would say mostly passing in Europeans and Pans, most of the matches. But you're trying to work on more like getting into a flow in your matches, because you've been working on your passing for a couple years now. So what is it that you think helps you enable you get into that flow state? Is it just your experience at black belt, or is it something different?
Yeah, definitely. Like it's a mix of many things, right? So like my experience, I would say I'm the most experienced guy at the moment. I think I got to the year that I got my black belt, and through my career now, I got basically the mid of like 2 generations. So I got basically the end of the generation of like a Bruno Malfastini, Caio Terra, Michael Musumeci, even Lucas Pinheiro now. So like I basically got to the end of their careers, and now I'm getting to a younger generation now. They coming through the color belts, and getting the black belts, getting good results at black belt as well, and then fighting this, so kind of got into the middle. So then I have the experience. But for me today, after I achieve everything I have achieved already in the sport now, so I'm very happy to everything I have achieved. It's more about having fun with it, like displaying a good jiu-jitsu, a jiu-jitsu that I'm enjoying to do, and make other people enjoy to watch it as well. Especially like coming from a division that you see a lot of like a double pool, a lot of guard players, and I want to just give that contrast to the division. Like coming from a heavy up pressure game that you're not expecting from someone that as light as I am. That's so I'm trying to get the contrast there. I'm trying to be a bit different than everyone else. But yeah, mostly will be it. Trying to have fun with it and then keep the flow through my jiu-jitsu and keep them good mental state as well.
Yeah, you can definitely see that mindset shining through in your matches. Like I said, undefeated this year so far, 6 fights, 6 victories, European title, Pan title. Next up, you have the Brasileiros. I know this is a really important one for you because it's your first Brasileiro since 2019, so it's been 5 years. Also, your first Brasileiro as a black belt. So just tell me how excited you are, first of all, to be going back to Brazil to compete.
Man, I'm so happy. I'm so excited about it. Now, the other day I was reflecting about it, and that's where everything did start for me. Cause like my first like a major title was a Brasileiro back 2015. Juvenile 1. Yeah, that was it. So I had no idea where my career would take, was the start of everything. I just did move out from Manaus to São Paulo to live the social project of Professor Cicero. And also basically that was the start for me where made me believe to one day achieve what I have achieved today. Like I could not even dream to have the life that I have today, but that was the start of it, and keep a consistent winning through all years because I did win Juvenile 1, Juvenile 2 as a blue belt, and then I won purple belt twice as well, and then won as a brown belt. So I did keep a good consistency through it, and Brazil is such a special event to compete because basically that's the only event I used to compete in Brazil because I left Brazil young as well, and I was just trying like traveling overseas competing and back in Brazil and to reconnect to like my country. And after all this year, be able to back there as well, be very good. And like the other day, I did announce that I was going to compete and get all the love from the fans from there. And a lot of people like message me, "I'll be so good to get to see you there and catch up with you." And then people telling me like, "Oh yeah, so you're competing as a blue belt, as a purple belt, and it'll be so good to come back as a black belt." So yeah, that'll be fun, So I'm really like excited to be back in Brazil.
Yeah, every time we talk about the Brasileiros, it seems like we talk about the energy in the building.
Yeah.
And I've never been there myself, but even when you watch the videos on Flow Grappling or on YouTube, you can see the energy really comes through even in the videos that you're watching. So tell me about the energy at Brasileiros and how you feel like it may be different from some other events.
It's crazy. It is crazy. I don't think you get the same atmosphere anywhere else. The Brazilian fans they are very passionate about the sport, and now they give their life for it. It doesn't matter what is the sport. No, they love it. They're gonna support you, and if they love you, if they hate you, they're gonna push you as well. So you're gonna get the roller coaster of emotions there as well. So yeah, it's crazy. Competing, I always felt like the good energy. I had like some tough matches in Brasileiros already, and have the energy of the fans pushing you, give you the extra energy, to push through it, and come out on the good side, having a good outcome out of it. But I have seen so many crazy fights there, I think for me, the biggest one that I've seen with my own eyes was Leandro and Ebert. That was wild. Like the whole crowd, like with Leandro, each like a movement, they would like just react to it, and push through. Like I would not even say 10 minutes. I'll be like let's say 20 minutes of like keep things up. Like before the fights and after the fights. Yeah, the whole process leading to it. After it, yeah, it was crazy. Seeing everyone engage into the fight, just make the overall event much better as well. And you have everyone's reaction. That's crazy. And the Brazilian friends bring it for sure.
Yeah, it seems like every year there's exciting matches at the Brasileiros. And one thing that I felt was very cool last year, I know Tynan was at the event and a lot of fans like really seemed to take a liking to his matches. Of course, he has an amazing style, but it was very
Yeah.
cool to see the support that he had and everyone had, but him in particular. It seemed like a lot of the fans were really backing Tynan, so that was a very cool thing to watch too.
Yeah, yeah, it's good. The Brazilian fans, they really like the stories of people that leave Brazil and they conquer something outside and they keep representing the country, you know. So when they get back, they have the extra love, you know. Because it isn't easy to leave your country to go and kind of reset your whole life through another in another country and then become at the best of their niche and then you still come back and give the love back to you, to the people that saw you growing up and yeah, thing like that.
Well, it's amazing. We can't wait to watch you at the Brasileiros. And I know recently you've made it public that you want to go for all the Grand Slam events this year. So I'm expecting to see you at the Worlds. Really excited for that too. But can you just talk about that goal? That was something that I know you had that goal as a lower belt. I believe you did it at blue, purple, and brown, winning every Grand Slam event in the same calendar year. So can you talk about that goal and just why that's such an important thing for you to strive for?
Well, I think the Grand Slams was something that always did excite me, you know, because it's such a big goal. It's such something like massive to achieve. Not many athletes through history did it, you know, and the ones that did it has their name like a forever in history. The Grand Slam was something that always did excite me, just for how big it is, how difficult it is to achieve the Grand Slam. So many all the athletes through history that did achieve it, like I have the name forever remembered, you know, and won't be, and there's no many of them. That's the thing, you know, especially at the black belt, like that, even the hardest one. And I have did achieve four Grand Slam through the color belts, and also I guess doing it as a black belt, you just like I have a I don't know how to say that one in English. Just on top of the cake, you know, just make it look better.
Cherry on top.
Yeah, yeah. And of course, it is difficult and challenging, and keep me motivated and keep on me on my toes, and wanna make me work hard every day to achieve it. You know, because to perform in one competition good is doable. You know, you can be in your best in one competition and then be able to perform well when you win, but do it 4 times in a year, fighting different people. Your body must not be in the same place. Your mind may not be at the same place as well. So it's making it harder. And then you have the leading up to it as well. Now, people that you beat before, they want to get back at you and things like that. But anyway, like yeah, this overall it challenged me. It to be a better athlete, to try to achieve something great, and that's what now I want to look back to my career and say, yeah, I did achieve something great, and I think have 5 in Grand Slam, will be something great.
Well, it's definitely been incredible watching you in 2024. Can't wait for the Brasileiros and the Worlds, of course. But I want to talk about some things off the competition mats because you also have an academy in Australia. You were telling me a little bit about it before we started recording. It sounds like it's going extremely well. So why don't you tell everyone how your academy is going and just maybe how the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu scene is in Australia compared to other parts of the world?
Yeah, the gym is going so awesome. Like it's growing up every day. Everyone's happy. We have nearly 500 members, you know, and what is a very good number business wise, but for the small town that we live in here, where it's a touristic town, where mostly surfing and then bring jiu-jitsu in, everyone's loving it, and now you have people coming to visit Byron for jiu-jitsu. Is pretty fun. Jiu-jitsu is growing quite a lot in Australia at the moment, and it's just be being a pleasure for me to help it grow as well. Um, and because I did like a very risk move of moving to Australia, you know, like I just did got my black belt and then I moved here to my own school, you know, basically opposite of what everyone does. Everyone would probably or just go Europe or stay US and or do it at the end of their career. And I did take the biggest risks, and still managed to keep a good balance between the business and my career as an athlete. And yeah, it's going very well. Could not be happier with it. Having my students pushing me, having that support, leading to competitions, and knowing that when I get back, winning or losing, I'm gonna have that support there, having that people that got my back, just make everything better and easier for me.
That's incredible. So you were telling me about your kids program before we started recording too, and how the kids are getting so much better. So you're
Yeah,
representing AOJ right now. They're
yeah,
known for having one of the best kids programs in the world. Were they a big influence on how you're running your kids program and just your desire to make it something that's
yeah,
excellent?
definitely. I have so many like a conversation with Professor G, and then just asking him like how he did build it and what was his mind at and what he did trying to put more effort to. And then he said like he did put a lot of effort into the kids now through the years, and that kids did become the juveniles become the color belt, then become the black belts, now the black belt world champion. Also then he made a long term goal, and that kind of just inspired me to do the same here and work through the kids and put a lot of effort on them. Now we are already like getting some results on it. The kids have progressed quite a lot and having a good jiu-jitsu. This year gonna be the first year we're gonna have some kids for the Pan kids. So that I'm very excited for that one. See how they're gonna perform there against the kids that being against kids from the whole world. So I mean we're really excited about it. Yeah, just so fun for me to see it. Like I see like tiny little people doing jiu-jitsu very well, and they're inspiring you. They're looking up to you overall. So being able to inspire kids like that, like directly. I know there's a lot of like kids that all over the globe that look up to me, but be able to influence into this kid right here that I can have a direct access to them, be able to guide them through the goals and up and down through the jiu-jitsu journey, just very satisfying for me. So yeah, it's been such a good moment in my life. No.
That's incredible. Super happy for
Yeah,
all the progress you've made at the academy and all the success you're having there. So
yeah,
before I
thank
let you
you.
go, I do want to ask you about a little bit more about AOJ because you joined that team before you won your world title, and now they have a new academy in Mission Viejo, so their second gym in California. I know you haven't been there yet, but you've seen some of the pictures and seen some of the
Yeah,
work that went into it. So how excited are you to do your world's camp at AOJ and to see some of that work come to fruition?
man, that's crazy what they're doing that. To be honest, as a business owner myself, I know how difficult it is to put something good, and they're doing great. They've been doing great since they started it all. They've been pushing the level of jiu-jitsu for I think like more than 10 years now, right? They opened back 2012, and now again for the new gym. The gym is looking awesome, looking more like a hotel, or I don't
Yeah.
know what it's looking like. Yeah, I'm so excited to be there, to train there and see what they're doing there. For sure they're doing awesome. And Professor Gui and Professor Rafa has a very good vision for Jiu-Jitsu, and they keep pushing the boundaries of it. And yeah, I basically just exciting overall to see what they're gonna keep doing with it. And because jiu-jitsu, the whole community gonna benefit from it. Now they leading the community from the front line, and yeah, just so excited to see what they're doing there and trying to learn as much as I can from them.
That's amazing. Well, Thalison,
Yeah, and
congrats on all your
of course it'll be so good to catch up and do the world camp. Now I think this year will be a very good year for AOJ. You can write that one down off. We're gonna be representing um if I'm not wrong, 7 divisions. So you're gonna have me. Of course, there will be more people, but you're gonna have someone representing the rooster weight, light feather, lightweight, middleweight, and ultra heavyweight, and open weight. So we're gonna come strong for the black belt division.
And those are only the male divisions. Don't forget about all the females too. You got some incredible
Yeah,
female
and plus
competitors
the
who,
female, the
yeah.
female, they won't go though, you guys can shift the medal to them already.
Well, Thalison, thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate it. Congrats on your titles this year. Congrats on the growth and the success of your academy. Can't wait to see you at the Brasileiros and the Worlds. And is there anything else you wanted to touch on before we head out of here?
No, bro. Thank you. Just happy to be here to have this conversation with you. Yeah, I just wanna say thank you for all the fans that are gonna be watching this and supporting me. That has been supporting me through my career and keep supporting me. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, Thalison. If you guys want to watch Thalison compete at the Brasileiros, the event starts on April 20th, goes through the 28th. And you can watch all the matches exclusively on Flow Grappling. Thanks again, Thalison. Thanks, everyone, for watching. We'll see you guys soon.